Hi darlings, it's BB. I am here to do a unboxing, which I don't usually do, but I just thought it would be really exciting because I opened the box, like I peeked inside and it was like really cute and I got excited and I thought I would share. So here we are. Okay, so this, if you don't know already and you haven't read the title, is the Vintage Christmas Tarot by Hattie Thorn. This is a deck that I bought on Etsy. If you see the camera changing like slightly as we go, it's because I'm a perfectionist and I still seem to like be bothered by everything. Okay, I first saw this deck on Amethyst Ascension's channel and I had like really been wanting a vintage Christmas deck, and we'll get into the reasons why I hadn't chosen anything until I saw this and why when I did see this I had to immediately get it. It's not cheap. It's I believe $76 on Etsy USD, and then I think it also has shipping, but it was my Christmas gift to myself. And I guess without further ado, let's go. So once you're in the box, we have a little business card, Hattie Thorn, Hattie Thorn's information. I need to follow her on Instagram. I'm gonna leave this out so I remember to do that. We have a little sachet, like a mini sachet with little hearts on it, very cute, and a beautiful stone inside that's polished. It reminds me of a frozen lake, you know? Hold on, see if it's focused. See how like on the sides it kind of is outlined? That's a good view. I'm sorry about my manicure. I got it like a month before Christmas and I just have not, you know, I couldn't be bothered to fix it before I went out on Christmas Eve. Oh well. I'm filming this on the 26th of December. I don't know. I'm gonna try to post it as soon as possible. So if I don't post it tonight, I'll post it tomorrow morning if I have time to. I say that as if I have time to edit, but we'll see. Okay, so that is beautiful. Reminds me of a frozen lake. Really love it. And then we have this little envelope with a little heart closure, and it smells like lavender. Oh, it has stickers and a note. Okay, let's see. Beautiful. Very cute. We've got purple crystals, a grimoire, it looks like, a book of potions, and then 2 hands stickers. Hi, Brittany. Thank you for your order. Your crystal is agate. I hope you love your cards. Yeah, you know what? I feel like I would have known that. But I like that I have a confirmation. It's very beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I love the Christmas season. I love the magic and the spirit of it, the childlike nature, the charitable nature, the feelings of generosity and gratitude and closeness and togetherness and festivity in a way that, like, you know, really no other season is. So finding this deck was like finding a diamond in the rough, you know? Looks like there's also a card below. This is my sample from my deck, Wild Wisdom. I hope it resonates. Squirrel, preparation, the importance of planning, preparing, and setting aside resources for later. Very cute. I always love it when creators go, like, or Etsy shop owners really go the extra mile and give you little goodies with your package. It really makes it feel like it's a worthwhile purchase. You know, not only do you want to love the item that you're getting, but it really feels personable and like it's a small business and it's done with care. And that's kind of the point of Etsy, right? All right, let's get into this tissue. It's got some really vintage, cute washi tape on it. I really love this gold diagonal stripe tissue as well. The tug box feels pretty cheapy, not gonna lie, but that doesn't really surprise me. I know that decks are really expensive to produce, especially if you're doing it in small batches. So I wouldn't expect maybe a Kickstarter quality packaging in this case, if that makes sense. So it is the Vintage Christmas Tarot. We have some Christmas kitties. And by Hattie Thorn, like I said. Step back in time to a bygone era of elegance and enchantment with the Vintage Christmas Tarot. This nostalgic deck takes you on a journey into the heart of the holiday season, beautifully blending the artistry of Victorian chromolithography with the mystical symbolism of the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. This unique 78 card tarot deck has been lovingly designed by author and designer Hattie Thorn. I wonder what she's written. Okay, I have seen a walkthrough of this, but I have obviously not looked at these myself in person. I love these backs, very Christmassy. It looks very cute with my little setup here. And okay, I guess now is as good of time as ever to let you know why I chose this deck. And actually, I just want to mention that there is no guidebook with this, which is kind of a bummer, but I can check to see if maybe there is a book, like if Hattie's a writer, maybe she wrote a book separately or a booklet. Yeah, maybe I'll reach out to her about that. It'd be fun to kind of write your own in this instance, right? Okay, so back to my point. I have seen a lot of vintage Christmas, which feels very like my aesthetic. And when I say that, I mean, it's what puts me in the spirit of Christmas, is like a Victorian or a vintage, like 1920s, 30s, 40s, etc. And anything I had seen that was of that style looked just like greeting cards. And it didn't really look like the deck made any sort of sense when it came to the meanings of each card. And it didn't feel like episodic. I know that's probably not the right word, but you know, like where it didn't feel like there was an action happening or a story to be told. It just looked like someone took the front of a greeting card and made it a card and then did that for 78 cards. And so like it just felt like you were looking at a book of postcards or something. And that's really not the feeling that I want to have. But this feels like a tarot deck, not like someone like shoehorned Christmas into the tarot setup, I guess, you know? Maybe I'll be proven wrong, but that's how I really feel about it. I am going to I'm trying to think, should I do a flip through and then do like a yes, no, maybe? No, let's just do a walkthrough. Let's just do a walkthrough and I can make my comments as we go so we don't have to double, especially because there's no book, unfortunately. I'm gonna zoom you in. I love this fool. I feel like I'm in the Alps somewhere. He's definitely underdressed, but it's on theme for RWS, and it's also wintry and vintage, and so it's checking all of the boxes for me. This is wonderful as well. Same thing, like Victorian. I'm getting magician. I'm getting literal magician for a Victorian era. And it's wintry. It looks rich in its illustration, which is only going to do good things for world building. The High Priestess, beautiful, wonderful. Kind of reminds me of like wintry Maxfield Parrish. Yes, the Empress. This is gorgeous. This reminds me of either like Russian Christmas time or Prussian Christmas time, but also it kind of gives me like Nutcracker vibes. I don't know why. I know this is pre-Nutcracker era. Like I can tell by the way she's dressed, but it's very like Christmas lore, you know? Really, really gorgeous. This couldn't be better. It feels very authentic historically, and then just brings in the Yuletide like festivities and like aesthetic into it, which is what we're going for. The Hierophant. I know I'm not naming all of these, so I'll probably just only randomly name them. The evergreen tree outside. It looks like there are a few crosses hanging from it. They're kind of in a like random position though. That's interesting. Hold on. Interesting. The color isn't showing up as like, I don't know, bright on camera. We'll see. Maybe that just is like the brightness on my phone right now, because unfortunately I film with a phone. Love this. I watched Meet Me in St. Louis this year. I don't always. I kind of rotate between White Christmas and Meet Me in St. Louis, but I grew up watching Meet Me in St. Louis, and so it's a family tradition from my grandmother, passed down to my mother, passed down to me. It's a riot. It's very funny. It's very sentimental. It's very sweet. But this is like giving me those vibes. I guess I should explain. It's set in 1903, and the World's Fair in St. Louis was in 1904, in like March or April, I think. And it's about a family that lives in St. Louis, and they love their town. It's a Judy Garland movie, and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas was written for that film, and Judy Garland was the first person to sing it. Little piece of trivia for you. This is interesting. At first, it looked like there was like an altar boy, like embracing an angel, but I'm seeing that there's like a wing on each side of them. So it looks like maybe it's a human couple, and like they're being embraced by like angel energy. I dig it though. Very cute. Strength. I wish there was explanation about like how she put these together. Blending the artistry of chromolithography. Yeah, but I'd love to see like her process. The Hermit is wonderful, gorgeous. Love this Wheel of Fortune. It looks like a play. It looks like it's, you know, in the theater. Justice, stunning. I love all the holly berries everywhere. The Hanged Man. That's interesting. Looks like a Santa-esque character. Oh yeah, this is great. Very pretty. I like how not everything is like at night or the same color palette, or like this isn't even necessarily snowy, because snow is a harsh type of weather, and temperance is about the absence of, you know, harshness and extremity. This is wild. But also, like, I'm just like obsessed with this little chandelier right here. I don't know why. The tower is great. It's very like gothic romance feeling to me. Very beautiful star. Yeah, I love these little stars. I love that type of technique when drawing or illustrating stars. We've got two wolves for the moon. Looks like there's a town in the background below. Beautiful. Very cute, like cherubic Christmas angel. See, this one, like some of them too, like feels like a postcard, but it works, right? Like you know exactly what it is. And I don't think that all of the other decks that are vintage Christmas decks on Etsy or make playing cards, like that they all don't fit the meaning of the card. It just didn't feel as world building. It felt repetitive to me, if that makes sense. I love that this globe also shows like Asia and Australia and like a lot of ocean. That's really interesting. I wonder if this was originally an Australian holiday card. Ace of Wands, obviously. I love how like the stars like come out off of the tree. This is one of my favorite cards, and I don't know if it's meant to be Victorian, but it feels very deco to me, and like I want a deck of this world. Like someone please do this one, because this is so cool. I don't know. It has this like sophistication and style and like romance of like a bygone era and like holiday. It feels like a Christmas movie, but it's like so true to the Two of Wands. This one's beautiful too, but in a very different way. This card sometimes like it feels like it's not of the same era. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. This could be a Victorian like lithograph. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's the right word, but it just feels so 20s or, you know, I don't know, but I love it. Dancers for the Four of Wands. Yes, a little brawl, a little festive brawl with Santa. Perfect. Okay, and then this one's more of like a cartoon seeming less like realism, right? I guess some of these are, so we go back and forth. Like these two are kind of similar, and then these two are a little bit more like into the realism. Doesn't bother me though. Eight of Wands. They're getting somewhere in a hurry. This is great. This is really great. When you buy all the presents and you wrap them and you lug them, you are kind of tired. You are kind of burnt out. Is it a burden? One that we're willing to take on. Adorable. Page of Wands. Beautiful Knight of Wands. Ready to go. That looks like a child. And the Queen of Wands. This reminds me of like the Ghost of Christmas Present. Beautiful Ace of Cups. Very cute. I wonder what era that, or not era, or geography that hat is from. You know the word. I love these like extra long wine stems though. That's funny. That looks like one person, just like triple, which is kind of funny. But like, it's also me. I love the dress and the bows. Sitting on presents, feeling sorry for ourselves. Been there. Five of Cups. Beautiful. Very sad. Very beautiful. Decorating the tree. Yes, all the choices in the toy shop. That's beautiful. walking away. I love it. You see what I mean? Like, there's more. It's not just like, I don't know. I want to say like a pictograph, you know? Like it's like an illustrated novel. That's what it feels like. Nine of Cups. Wow, that's perfect. Except for that guy reminds me, like with the hat and the mustache, reminds me of in The Wizard of Oz, the guard at the door. Did he have a mustache? I feel like he did. That's what it reminds me of. But beautiful spread on the table. Very nice. I'm not saying anything because I feel like I'm just going to be saying, oh yeah, pretty, 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 pretty. So I'm waiting now. I'm feeling redundant, so I'm waiting until, okay, this is very cool. It's this huge ornament suspended above this little child. It looks like there is like a frozen lake in front of the child and like a big manor or estate or town. And these beautiful evergreens with ornaments on them. It's a really stunning image. I didn't talk about the cardstock itself. Maybe I'll talk to you about that at the end so I can put chapters and not have you guys bobbing your heads all over the place. Two of Pentacles, this is cool. Totally works. Yes, the elves, AKA toddlers. Wow, that's interesting. I love the art though. Stark difference, huh? An exchange. Very nice. Yes, this is perfect. This is just like a Christmas version of like the RWS. And not, I love that it's also like it reads like that immediately and you know what it is because it's so similar, but it's not the same exact, like it's not a carbon copy, right? It even bothers me sometimes when it's a carbon copy, like an artist will take the Eight of Pentacles in the position that everything is in and then just draw it in their own style. I'd rather someone do something like this and interpret it into a different scene entirely. But it's the same, it displays the same message, you know, sends the same message. Wow, this is gorgeous. I love that dress. Okay, not to be crude, but like, are her tits huge or does she just have like the tiniest waist? I don't know. Either way, her head is like, they're as big as her head. Just saying. Really beautiful illustration though. I wonder who this art is by. Very cute. All the pages are these little toddlers. Ooh, beautiful Ace of Swords. With roses, the snow, the gilding. This is so pretty. Okay, yeah, this is one of my favorites too. So like straightforward and simple, but really gorgeous. I love, it feels kind of late 30s, early 40s, and it could definitely be Victorian too. Just in my head, these are the eras that I'm like sticking onto this. I love the look of this like very soft, billowy dress, and that the ribbon is Christmas ribbon, you know? Like it's just so perfect. Three of Swords. Wow, this looks very modern. So, I mean, it has to be a pretty good combination of these Victorian images mixed with Hattie Thorn's art herself, because I can't imagine this thorny heart would be in any like Victorian illustration. I mean, not that I've seen, at least. Wow, I love that. The orange and like the raven hair, really refreshing too. I feel like it doesn't get too repetitive. I mean, correct me if you aren't feeling the same way, but love all the bows. Never can get enough of all the bows and how beautifully the fabric like crinkles and falls and drapes. I don't want to know what happened here. So cute. Are her shoes like showing her little toes? Yes. That is so cute. Sorry, my phone does not like to focus. Queen of Swords, gorgeous. I'm telling you, these dresses. This feels like early to mid 1800s. I don't know. King of Swords, our last guy. Okay, so the cards feel pretty like thick, but not too thick. They have a little stiffness to them, but I think it's just because they're new. I'd say like the same type of stiffness as like getting a playing card deck. They do show to have like, I thought they had a little bit of a linen finish, like, but they don't. It's like a smooth matte. Let's see. You know what? The linen finish I thought I saw might have been on one of the images. If it was like a painting, you know? But no, I'm not seeing. Maybe it was on this one. If there is a linen on it, it's like very, very subtle. But they are slidey in a good way. Let's do a little shuffle. We'll try to riffle shuffle it. Oh yeah, no, they're not gonna do it right now. They need to be broken in. Let's see if I can do like a corner. I wonder if Amethyst Ascension said the same thing. I have like good size hands. Oh yeah, they did nothing. I have good size hands too. Okay, let's do some hand over hand. That's what I usually do anyway. It does come out because the cards are pretty thick, like the deck feels pretty thick. And they are long-ish, but I wouldn't want to trim them. Is this like a bigger box than a usual, than a classic tarot? It definitely feels a little thicker. I'll go get a tarot. It probably isn't. It's probably the same size. I think they just need to get broken in. And then once they are, they'll be easy to riffle and also easier to like hand over hand. Okay, we have a jumper. The Four of Wands, and maybe we'll do like a 3 card. Okay, how do they look? I really like it. I don't particularly want to do a reading because I feel like I'll just start getting like really personal with it and then I'll feel weird. But that is the Vintage Christmas Tarot by Hattie Thorn. Let me know what you think. Are we a fan? Do we love? Do we stan? Are you a fan of like Victorian stuff? Like, do you watch Little Women around Christmas like I do? Do you watch other Victorian era movies? If you do, let me know which, because I'm always on the lookout for more. I want to thank you for being here. Thanks for being curious. Thanks for being my friend. And give my video a like and my channel a subscribe if you so please. And my mom's coming. I gotta go.